What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video. And today we have another power rankings. Today we have NFL Week 16 power rankings. So it should be a lot of fun. Let's hop into the tier list. Alright, so to begin the power rankings off, we're just going to go quickly on the number one pick contentions. Honestly, these are all teams, they're not great. Some of them have a little bit more bright spots than others.
My name is Jeff.
Like Trey McBride for the Cardinals. Like Max Crosby, like Ashton Genty, like Brock Bowers for the Raiders. Like Wilson for the Jets. Like Cam Ward for the Titans. So you know what? They do have some pieces that are good. But overall, I would say that these are the worst teams in the league. Maybe join with the Saints. Maybe join with the Browns. Maybe join with the Giants as well, but these are in my opinion, the worst four teams. You got the Titans, who should be the number one overall pick, then the Raiders, then the Jets, then the Cardinals. So, young but intriguing is going to be the Saints, the Browns, and the Giants. And the reason why I have the Giants in young but intriguing is because they're not doing too well this year, but they have Jackson Dart, they have Malik Neighbors, they have Abdul Carter, they have Cam Scatabo. So they have a good, solid young core. They just need a little bit more time to develop. They need to get better, and then they need better coaching. So Cleveland is in a similar position as the Giants, except their defense is already 100% good enough to be a playoff team. It's their offense that needs to grow. They have Njoku, who's a decent tight end. They got Shador, who's pretty good in my opinion. Jerry Jeudy, who should be performing better. But overall, they just need to get better. Quinshon Judkins is really good as well. And then the Saints, they've really just got Tyler Shaw. A couple of other guys, but nobody that's super, super good. Kelvin Banks Jr. is a solid tackle, so they are bad, but they're young.
Someone cooked here.
So that's why they're in young but intriguing. So mediocre at best, we have the Washington Commanders, the Minnesota Vikings, and the Atlanta Falcons. And in my opinion, the Atlanta Falcons are the closest team to leaving the mediocre. But honestly, all of these teams could be bordering missing playoff teams as well. Like if Jaden Daniels wasn't hurt the whole season, they'd probably be up here or even close to wild card. If JJ McCarthy was a little better this year, they'd be in the missing playoff team, potentially a wild card. But for now, they're going to stay there. And then the Falcons as well. The Falcons are just too inconsistent. So that's why they're mediocre at best. They've got Drake London. They got Bijan Robinson. I actually like Michael Penix Jr. But overall, they need to be more consistent. They're a team with talent, but need to be more consistent. Okay, so missing playoff teams. We have the Cincinnati Bengals. We have the Miami Dolphins and the Kansas City Chiefs. At the beginning of this season, I assumed that they were going to do quite well, but because of the Joe Burrow's injury, it really took a toll on them. It was really tough, and that's why they missed the playoffs. If Joe Burrow was healthy, they would have been in and around the playoffs. The Dolphins, they started off bad, and Tyreek's injury, that's probably what made them miss the playoffs. KC, Rashee Rice, missing him for the first 4 games was tough. How hard their schedule was. Those were probably 2 of the biggest reasons why they missed the playoffs. And then also just penalties. They kept getting so many stupid penalties that just cost them games. So potential wild cards. You've got the Indianapolis Colts. You've got the Carolina Panthers, the Dallas Cowboys, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Baltimore Ravens, and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, the only reason why the Colts are potential wild cards and they might even miss out on the playoffs is because of Daniel Jones' injury. But without a quarterback, they're not winning shit. The Panthers, they just overperformed in my opinion this year. They're a solid team, but they probably shouldn't be around 500. But Bryce Young had a good year. T-Max playing well, so that's probably why they're in and around the playoffs. You have the Dallas Cowboys, who honestly, CeeDee Lamb getting hurt was tough, but also Micah Parsons trading him away and not replacing him until the deadline. That's what cost us, really. If we would have gotten Quinnen Williams in earlier, even like 3 weeks earlier, not even that much longer, we would probably be in the playoffs. or at the very least around the Eagles record. So that's probably why we're a potential wild card, but we're probably going to miss the playoffs if I'm being honest. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now Tampa Bay is weird. They're 7-7. They're not that good, or they haven't been playing that good. They're tied right now with the Panthers in the NFC South, but I just think the Buccaneers are they're gonna lock in. They're gonna win the division, so they're a playoff team. But I have them in the potential wild cards because they very well could easily miss the playoffs if Carolina somehow pulls some games out of their ass.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Then they'll win the division. The Ravens just not doing well this year. They need to lock in. Derrick Henry's not doing great. Lamar being hurt definitely didn't help them. But if they can lock in, they'll be a tough matchup in the playoffs. Steelers, once again, they're a potential wildcard team because they couldn't get another wide receiver. If they would have supplemented DK Metcalf with another good wide receiver, then I would have them as a playoff team bordering on the Super Bowl contenders. I think Aaron Rodgers is good. When he has the ball in his hands, he makes good decisions. He's not very mobile, but that's okay because he's 41. So for the potential playoff teams, we have the Los Angeles Chargers, we got the Philadelphia Eagles, the Jacksonville Jaguars, San Francisco 49ers, the Detroit Lions, the Green Bay Packers, and the Chicago Bears. The Bears. So let's start off with the Chargers. And the Chargers are in the AFC West. Right now, they're currently 2 games behind the Broncos. And in the wild card spot, they are currently first, tied with Buffalo. So I do see them making the playoffs. But because of their hurt O-line, I don't see them doing too much. Unless Herbert and Ladd McConkey can just pull some stuff out of their butts. Warren Hampton's good as well. So that's probably, those 3 guys were some of the main reasons why they made the playoffs. Even though their offensive line has been, I don't want to say demolished, but it's definitely been diminished. The Philadelphia Eagles, they just need to be more consistent. They got to lock in. They're probably going to win the division. I don't see the Cowboys coming back, so they'll be first in the NFC East. But they got to lock in if they want to do well in the playoffs. Saquon's got to do better. Hurts has to do better. And A.J. Brown has to step up. The Jacksonville Jaguars, they're 10-4 right now. They're doing really well this year, honestly, in the AFC South. They're ahead of Houston. So I know I have Houston above them, but that's just because when the playoffs come around, I trust Houston more than I trust this Jags team. They don't have very much playoff experience. Got a new head coach this year. They have a relatively young team. I don't see them doing too well in the playoffs, but they're almost a lock to be in the playoffs. San Francisco 49ers, they're another NFC team who is doing well, but they're in the hardest division in football, in my opinion, that NFC West. The Seahawks and Rams are just so good. I don't see them catching them. They technically could catch them, but I see them slotting in as a wild card team, the 49ers, and they'll do well. McCaffrey, as long as he's playing well, they will have a chance to beat anyone. Same with Brock Purdy. He's great. The Detroit Lions. Detroit is actually, they're another one that's in a tough division. The NFC North is another really good division. Them and the Packers and Bears. NFC North right here. But yeah, I think the Lions are probably, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to put the Lions ahead of the Packers because the Packers are missing Micah, and that's big. That's big. Like, if the Lions were missing Hutchinson again, I wouldn't have them in the playoff team. They would probably fall out of that wild card spot. But as of right now, I do see the Lions overtaking the Packers, but either one could happen, so that's why I have them both in the playoff tier. And then the Chicago Bears, in my opinion, they're almost a lock for the playoffs. They're good. They've got some tough games to end the season, but we're going to see. If the Bears are legit, they're going to win the division, and they're going to look really good in these last 3 games. If not, they'll probably still make the playoffs and sneak in as a wild card. But they look good, so I do back them to win at least 1 or 2 of the games left. Super Bowl contenders, we've got the New England Patriots, we've got the Houston Texans, we've got the Denver Broncos, and we have the Buffalo Bills. Now, for 3 out of these 4 teams, we've got a good defense and a solid offense. For Buffalo, they just have Josh Allen and James Cook. And I'm never going to count Josh Allen out. He is so good. He is a dog.
If you meet a good old rub.
It just really depends on if the Buffalo defense is going to lock in and play well. These three defenses, are usually going to play well. These two defenses are elite. The Patriots defense is pretty good, but they have Drake May, so that makes up for it. The Houston Texans have fantastic pass rushers. They've got Nico Collins. They've got CJ Stroud, so they've got some good offensive weapons as well. Same with the Broncos. Bo Nix is good. Not quite as many weapons as the other teams in the Super Bowl contenders, but their defense is just elite. And in the playoffs, defense can win you a championship.
Yeah, boy.
So Super Bowl favorites, we got the LA Rams and the Seattle Seahawks, both of the NFC West. Right now, I would probably put Seattle slightly ahead of the Rams, but that's only because I'm not too sure if Devontae Adams is going to be hurt for a long time. I know he's questionable for Thursday, so it's probably not a super long-term injury, but it's never good to have one of your best players injured at the end of the season. They still got Puka Nacua, still got Blake Corum, still got Kyron Williams, so they're still going to be okay going forward, but without Devontae Adams, they're losing that red zone edge, so we'll see. If he's back, then they're definitely Super Bowl favorites. If he is out, then they probably slide down to Super Bowl contenders. And for my number one Super Bowl favorites, we have the Seattle Seahawks. They just have such a good run game with Charbonnet and Walker III. They have a great quarterback in Sam Darnold. They have one of the best, if not the best, wide receiver in the league in Jackson Smith-Njigba. Cooper Kupp's on their team, so they've got some experience from guys that have won before. They have a great defense. And just overall, they're a solid team with good coaching, great fans, not too much pressure because it's Seattle. It's not like they're playing, it's not like they're Dallas or they're Philly or they're New England.
What?
It should be a very interesting end to the season. And yeah, this is my final rankings for Week 16. I hope you all enjoyed the video, boys. I hope you agreed with my power rankings. Let me know if you would change anything down below, if you disagree with anything. And yeah, let me know what you're excited for during week 16 of the NFL season. So hopefully it's a great week. Hopefully you have a wonderful day and a wonderful week. See you boys soon. Peace, boys.